Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. Let's get into it. Yes. Here I am, your boy President Chad, on the United Hour for the breakdown where we discuss everything in the last Manchester United game. Who's on the inside with me today? We got the man Greg B, we got Mark Lewis, and we got CJ. Gentlemen, I played this song on Sunday because I knew it was going to be one of those days.
Run it back. Run it
And
back. Run it
sure,
back.
and sure enough, it was one of those days.
Hey, didn't I not tell you that you should never push your luck? No, I'm very sorry. There is no pity now. Don't cross the line. Enemies from the borderline.
Big tune, enemies from the borderline.
Enemies, it will be murder time. Hear me now, watch this. Enemies.
You understand what I'm saying? Those Liverpool supporters and all of everybody thought, yeah, well, United going to get massacred again. No. No. We didn't get massacred.
Put men in place. Put
Ten
men in
Hag
place.
Yeah,
got
and
his first scalp. And the first scalp that he got is the biggest and best scalp that you could get. Liverpool beaten up. They were lucky to score a goal. We should have been like 4-0 up, man.
Yeah.
4-0 up. But a win is a win, and we'll take that.
Yep.
I agree totally with you, Alex. Liverpool, nothing.
And let's face it, this game was basically watched by almost everyone in there, even future employees. Anthony was watching the game as well too.
Also too, I was song as well.
Up in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Was that what I said, CJ?
I was song as well.
Let's hear this one. I want to hear this.
Your song is gonna get us demonetized, right? So leave your song alone.
This is why they hate me, man. Yo, that does. Always does it every time. That should be a
Steady word.
There's no turning back now. This is what makes me. This is what I am.
Who I am.
Tune.
Yeah, for sure. All the haters could come out now. Gentlemen,
Surprisingly, they ain't coming out, you know.
5 minutes
can
into
they?
the game. 5 minutes into the game, we should have been 1-0 up.
Facts.
An unbelievable pass by Scott McTominay. I say unbelievable because it was Scott McTominay. When he kicked the ball and he pierced the field and it was in front of Bruno, I was like, wait, that's Scott or that's Ericsson. Who kicked that ball there? You know what I mean? I had to rub my eyes to make sure. And Bruno Fernandes slide.
To put Scott McTominay and a line-breaking pass in the same sentence.
It's practically unbelievable, eh?
Perfection that passing.
Yeah, boy.
On the button too, you know.
And Bruno slid across, got the ball to Ilanga. And I mean, come on. We all thought this is it.
Nice game,
boy.
Ilanga found a way to hit the post.
I tell you, the ball hit the post and I still ball in 1-0.
That was his moment. Ten Hag even started to celebrate when he saw that ball hit the post.
Yeah, Ten Hag was like,
well, I don't hide my appreciation for Scott McTominay. I mean, shame about it, but when he dropped that pass, I was like, but wait now, Frankie, they buy Frankie and then tell me, what is this? You know what they call that pass?
I didn't know Frankie was Scottish. Oh my god.
Yeah. Facts. I will call that pass Casemiro. Yo, boy. and that's what game I'm mad too. Is like if we got our transfers on lock, this game could have been different. You don't think Casemiro would have been real boss in this game?
Just imagine we did that with Scott in the midfield. So imagine what getting the likes of Frankie and Casemiro playing with us will do.
And Anthony now wing.
But it didn't take that long. 15 minutes in, Sancho on a pass from Elanga, the composure of Sancho to fake, have Milner eating dirt, sliding up the pitch. Have
Milner still saying down there,
No, Mark. Let me tell you what happened to Milner. Sancho sent Milner to the mega store in the back of Old Trafford. Hopefully he picked up something nice for himself.
Casemiro, look, is them the man? Sorry, God, not Casemiro. Milner look like them fellas he sent to the shop to get the roti, yes, and he's so
But Sancho beat the man and tell him get up, they wet.
Get yourself there, brother. Get yourself
get up, boy. They wet, boy.
And that wonderful cutback from Sancho, putting the ball in the left-hand side and faking right, putting the ball in the left. You know, he had all the time in the world, let's be honest. And
it's how Van Dijk stood up there like a cone watching that ball fly past him. It's like,
yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. My boy was
Van Dijk didn't look like he was up to the races. To be honest with you, for most of the first half, Liverpool did not look or play like themselves. Only the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Coming down to the end.
Yeah.
And they started off the second half nice.
Yeah, they started to get back into the game. You know, we finally saw some fight. We finally saw a United team. By no means would we say this is prime United.
Oh, absolutely
right?
not.
Of course
absolutely.
not.
Rashford was still unable to beat anybody. I mean, when Menuka defend like Alexander-Arnold shutting it down right through, you know you're not having a good game. Well, let me rephrase that. Rashford had a good game, but you know you're not having a great game.
Yeah.
Right? When you can't pass Alexander-Arnold. But, I mean, we saw what we have been waiting for like over 9 months with this team. Mm-hmm. You know, this is like a response to the last season when Liverpool beat us. You know, we've just been waiting for this team to go out there and fight and look like, we put in 110. Martinez, I just love Martinez's aggressiveness early. First bonks to hit Salah, he hit Salah. And then when Salah was getting up, he hit him a bonk still. You know what I mean? Martinez was taking no prisoners.
Walk over dead bodies, the man saying.
Imagine, you know when I realized it was going to be an amazing game from Martinez. You see, when he went for a header with all the confidence, I was like, Killer really coming to fight everybody. I mean, the most disrespected man on that whole field was Luis Diaz, boy. That boy couldn't breathe.
Bro, Varane gave the man a scorpion special from Mortal Kombat. All you see when he was like, get over here.
Man say, where you going, though? Hey, where you going, boy? Hey, where you going, boy?
You say, if you open Dalo, locker, Luis Diaz in it,
yeah, boy.
and Salah and Malacia own.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Malacia, do we want with Salah? You know?
Let me. Before you go any further, Mark, I have to get in that. I have been speaking. I have been begging for Ten Hag. Play Malacia.
Yeah.
The intelligence that boy has. When I did the preview of his arrival and mentioned his strengths in the video that I did, I said to people, he has a defensive awareness of knowing where to cover spaces when they're in a defensive position. When they know that there are open gaps to be covered, he finds himself in those spaces. That is exactly what he did today.
Mm-hmm.
Mohamed Salah could barely make a note. He was lucky to score the goal he
did. The one time when he roll off him, when he roll and turn and say, well, gone. When he really had to see Malacia again.
Malacia said, nope.
And actually, it happened more than once. Every time Salah looked like he beat him. And he ready to raise up his head to find the pass or to take a shot. Malacia come back and plop, kick the ball out. Like, now we going.
Now, Malacia, nope. Imagine behind that big smile, to have a beast, yes?
Yeah. The two demons we have playing in the back there.
Bro.
And Roy.
Is that
Never believe McTominay could play so.
Bro.
I Casemiro.
You see what competent competition does to you?
Exactly.
When you have men who are established.
If we are honest, the best versions of Scott McTominay we have ever seen have been against Manchester City and against Liverpool.
Oh, yeah,
Scott McTominay's best games are those two games. I don't think of any other when you want
just
Scott
somehow
to show
flips a
up,
switch.
just show up for those games.
For
He
some
just
reason,
somehow flips a switch in his brain when it comes. He's like, "Ooh, it's City. Ooh, it's Liverpool. All right, nah. I have to put my best foot forward for a game."
Also,
like that.
too,
Yeah.
if you're watching every rivalry game, the man don't miss. Like Liverpool,
Yeah, he does show up.
Arsenal,
He does show up.
doesn't miss for Arsenal. The man score for Arsenal against Arsenal one time, what kind of thing. But the man, when he realizes our big rivalry, Leeds, when he saw Leeds was in town, man say, well,
Man bought him twice.
Yeah. Scott. If there's one thing he does live for, he does live to play the rivalry games.
He's passionate, and I have to give him that. He's a very passionate young man, and you can't buy that, honestly.
And you don't want him to be the final answer after this.
Of course,
But the thing is, to have a guy in there who, when you ask him to go and do it on occasion instead of doing it all the time, it's going to be better for him. I think, from my argument, it's not that Scott McTominay, when people say, oh, well, he needs to be sold. Okay. But if he stays at the club, you have somebody out here. If you put him around more competent people, and use him,
and that's why I would always say that he and Fred cannot play together.
No, he can't.
Because they are both kind of similar. Because when they take off McTominay and they send on Fred, although they finish the game together, I'm just saying in general, if you take off McTominay and you send on Fred, it's the same work rate you're going to get. Because Fred went on this evening and I sure the kit man cursing because he uniform dirtier than everybody on. Man say this ass. I don't put extra breeze in this. Yeah. Fred touched almost every blade of grass in that little time he went on.
And I feel that's how you're supposed to use these guys. You need more quality. So when you lock up the game, just send the aggressive men. Hey, lock it up. That's what I do.
Yeah, shut down shop.
Yeah, close up shop.
Because if you watch how Jose does use McTominay, you ever realize in certain games, Jose will be like, game becoming a dogfight, the quality do what it was supposed to do. Let me bring in these monsters to just get men annoyed.
Exactly.
You realize when Eric Ten Hag made his 3 subs, and big up to Donny and them, yes, Donny didn't do anything, but Donny was still being a pest. He was still adding to that.
Which is in his nature.
Man, I'm feeling sorry for Harry Maguire.
Why, boy?
No. Feel sorry. Harry Maguire supposed to see this and understand it's extra laps. That we have to do.
Yeah, work your way back into that starting contention if you can. That's how you have to look at it.
Tough.
It had 2 men after this evening. I say we'll never play again. It's Maguire and Shaw.
Yeah.
Sure.
No. We have plenty football to play. Those guys.
I know. But right now,
I said it before. I will say it again. I
expect to see them in the next 2 games. So
I said it before. I will say it again. Shaw better pass that next BMI test if he wants to be considered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a little bad.
No, are we not getting overexcited? We're not saying he doesn't have a chance, but it gives Eric a option. It gives Eric some ideas like,
This should be similar to when we signed Alex Tellers and you saw Shaw his game just went up a level.
Exactly.
No good to say that.
Because when he saw Alex Tellers coming in, it's like, ooh, okay, I've got some competition. This is a Brazil international coming into to take my spot. Suddenly Shaw just went full Super Saiyan. Man started to bomb forward a lot of times. Even got a derby goal. How often Luke Shaw scoring goals for Manchester United and crucial goals for Manchester United at that?
Correct.
So it's one of those situations where this is what this team needs. It needs competition. competent competition as well as what I like to say. It's a tongue twister, but don't follow me where I say this. But
yeah, and also too, I think he has a bigger threat because this is bigger than Alex Tellez. You have a defender who can actually have some brain to him, who actually starts off with some kind of momentum. Because even in the games where we weren't good, you could see he had promise. You could see he was trying. So now, if Malacia gets a groove now, because I genuinely feel that Eric Ten Hag made these changes because he said, you know what, I go put men who want to fight here, and I go make a statement. Men benching, only benching because I'm not seeing no fight. Let me see if these fellas go fight instead. And the fight was there. So now Eric tells himself, all right, now we have competitions on our hands. Now men who want their spots back is now going to have to prove to me every week in, week out that you need your spot.
And that's all we have been crying out for as fans. Just go out there and leave it all on the pitch.
Exactly.
Fight for the badge. And we see the big difference that little extra effort would have made. Bruno Fernandes, for me, he had a mixed bag because he tried to score a goal in his own net. Thank God Martinez was on the line. And he kicked the ball on him. I mean, every time I watch that replay, I'm wondering what was Bruno Fernandes thinking when he kicked that ball?
All he was thinking was to get a foot on it and clear it.
Yeah.
And that does happen. That does happen. That does happen. As a defender, I could tell you that. Them things does happen. But thank God Martinez was on the line.
Yeah, those weird ricochets can tend to be very tricky.
But was too, because Bruno did make sense in this game as well. But the only thing I'm going to be vexed about Bruno, certain things and certain theatrics is not needed. For example, the shot where he went for the penalty. Everybody here know Bruno have an up in the V shot. He cannot take that one time. I was catching it. If he got that perfect, I was like, dog, comfortable trainer. You didn't have to do all that. I see my boy looking to cut. I was like, brother, man.
Yeah, when he touched that, I was like, what the hell, boy? The other head our first time, boy.
But the thing is, Bruno have a first time shot. We've seen Bruno's first time shot. We know what the man capable of. I hear like, dog, don't go for the penalty. Go for the shot. If you miss, okay, we fighting it.
I get vexed when I see him go down like that, man. It pissed me off to the highest degree.
And then when Salah scored, he want to hold the ball. Brother, you're on a yellow. You are literally.
Don't be petulant. Don't be petulant.
You're gonna cost us a man, and we need everybody on the field. As a captain, I'm not saying that it's just criticism because everybody has to get criticism. The goal done score, all right. Move on, get your fellas and say, hey, no more, lock it up. Let me don't lose the plot. And all they didn't, and look at that. All that extraness, and they didn't lose the plot. Like Bruno, stop overthinking. Go for it. Just play your ball. If
simplicity.
If you get tackled, get up and go and fight these men, boy. That is all. Like all Bruno had to do.
I appreciated Bruno's work rate today.
Yeah, of course.
But somewhere inside there's a screw that got knocked loose sometime last season, and somebody needs to fix it inside Bruno Fernandes' head. You know,
one of the other surprising things for me today, David De Gea actually came off his line and claimed some balls.
Well, let's be real, eh? You realize we know the manager wants to play from the back.
Right.
90% of the time, David De Gea kick the ball long. And that is because they don't trust his distribution.
Nope.
And that tells me if you as a goalkeeper recognize the things the manager wants to see, he's not seeing in me. You know, you have to step up. Because yes, you might be in the post, but you're in the post because it had nobody else. You're not in the post because you're the man. And there's a big difference between being in the post because it had nobody else and being in the post because you are the man. So David De Gea, okay, they have issues with my distribution. At least let me be dominant. Because it wasn't just he ran out to get the ball out of the box, but also there was a corner. He came out there and he knocked out that ball and you could tell.
From the time the ball leave the man foot, he was off the line.
Yeah, you could tell he was like, nah, that's my ball. We
Yeah.
know we don't see that version of David here. Aggressively attacking
I
corners like that.
I have a
So
theory.
And that is also called we're looking for an ex-goalkeeper.
No, but my theory is my theory for the general performance, especially in David. Eric probably tell them, man, here now, boy, the club willing to overpay and overspend, and frankly, I don't give a shit. If it's not runs you getting, I will literally go and buy the next keeper I need, buy the next defender I need, buy the next attacker I need, and that's it, you know, fellas. Don't do me that. Me and Fred don't know what they hear. And you see when they wanted him to play more pragmatic, he probably laughed like Uncle Phil after he find Will and Carlton sneaking out and tell him, you feel like I said, come on. Hey, we were pragmatic. They were pragmatic football. Oh, they can't even play football. Basically, you were pragmatic. We running. Get them laps ready.
Thank you.
Yeah.
we had to
What's
say
on
a
the long?
special good afternoon to Martin Phillip. Martin Phillip and Mark Lewis were the only people who believed that we could have won the game today. Martin Phillip was talking in the comments since during the show.
Well
Saying
done,
all the things
Martin.
Liverpool.
Big up yourself, Martin, man.
Well done, Martin.
We know it's with another agenda in mind, but we appreciate your confidence.
I mean, it should be told, we all knew that Liverpool wasn't playing well, but I mean, we were playing
Exactly.
so
We didn't
badly.
play. Me personally, if it was that loss, it was a draw I was ready for.
Yeah, for real.
I win, I wasn't saying the public. I say, hey,
Nah.
just try.
I mean, your heart will, as a United fan, your heart will always want you to win a game, especially
course.
against Liverpool. But when you look at the situation that we were in, the two games that we played prior to this, we weren't exactly saying anything to say that we was going in and looking like we was going to beat anybody.
Yeah.
Because Brentford put 4 past us in the first half alone. Brighton put 2 past us. The only goal prior to this we had was an own goal. Those signs do not give you any sort of, or fill you with any sort of hope in that regard. And look at what happens today. A big
Well,
moment.
at least Sancho in a no competition for goal of the month.
Confidence is a hell of a thing. Eh?
Indeed.
Confidence is a hell of a thing.
You're sick, boy. We could have had 3 goals at the mud. 4 actually. Longer and Bruno on games.
Yeah, boy.
Damn it, Bruno.
Yeah,
So, you know what I like? Well, halftime came. Somebody was messaging me, actually a Real supporter was messaging me, say, boy, you know, long means you look so good, ting. I say, true. He said, boy, you had to keep up the energy. And I told him, I said, I expect to see early subs. At halftime, bro took off Ilanga, brought on Martial, sent him through the middle, put Rashford on the left, and immediately the chemistry between these guys
changed.
showed itself early in the game. You could see the difference, that level of understanding. Martial and Rashford connecting for
You
our
have to
second
give
goal.
Ten Hag. You have to give Ten Hag serious credit for understanding that, because Elanga wasn't having the worst games. He could have done better, but at the same time, he understood you don't show all your best cards.
Yeah.
At the start,
And
save your ace when you know you had to hang somebody, Jack. And that's exactly what he did.
It's just not checkers.
Exactly. You don't go out there and basically play your best hand and then have club idea like, okay, you know what, he had nobody better than this. He knew if he had brought Elanga off the bench, it would have been a drop in quality. Bringing Martial on helps them raise their game, and it gives them an element that they weren't necessarily prepared for. And club probably thinking that, like, okay, maybe he ain't start Martial probably not fit. Who tell you say that? So it was one of those situations where Ten Hag was smart to recognize that, yeah, these guys thinking that, you know, we're not at our best. Let's save our men with the best chemistry for later on and put pressure on them. It's a smart move.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I have to give Ten Hag credit for that.
I mean, Marcus Rashford, if his one man needed a goal, it was Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford's confidence would have been in the toilet, and I think
You're not there already?
we as
Now
supporters,
it's coming out.
no, as I said, it would have been in the toilet, right? That's where it was before this goal, but no, because I mean, Marcus Rashford needed a break. Jadon Sancho needed a break.
Yeah, greatly.
These guys really needed to lift the
And
game.
I hope them goals they get today really and truly lift the confidence. But because there's two good players went down the game.
When you think about it, Jadon Sancho has been on the receiving end of so many memes. There was the latest one was like he's had more managers than he scored goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So he needed that. He really needed that.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, with that win, Manchester United is on 3 points and Liverpool on 2 points.
And they are in 16th place. They are in 16th place.
And we are in 14th, I think.
14th. Yes, we're a point behind Chelsea. We're 6 points off the top. I'm not getting carried away, but still.
What are the front 3 points makes, eh?
Exactly.
You know.
What's that? When that fourth official pop 5 minutes at the wrong time.
I wanted to cuss, boy.
I went dry from Santana, I started call for Gary Griffin. Kamla. Started call for help me. Oh God, somebody help me.
I was like
5 minutes.
I said, nah, club getting somebody here there, buddy.
Liverpool never looked dangerous enough. I wasn't worried. I was hoping we scored. I was actually looking out for us to score a third goal, to be honest. As the game started winding down, we started to get back into the game. I was like, we could actually score another goal on this team.
It could have happened if Martial had laid off that ball a little stronger for Donny to latch on. That would have been a nail in the coffin. And you know me. Anybody who knows me, I'm probably one of Donny van de Beek's biggest fans in here. So it's like if he scored that goal, I'd have been rubbing it in somebody's face. I'm not gonna call any names.
Wow, well, you need to stop that. Stop that. No, stop that. Oh gosh. Stop it.
Right now.
While you're arguing like that woman with that blind man on Crime Watch.
Hey, brother. Hey, you come down from
right
them.
now.
You
right
come
now,
down from them.
I had to call back. Free to call them, boy.
Why?
The little violent, boy.
Personally,
is that some Liverpool fans since the game done the cussing on the status?
Oh no, I called a Liverpool fan.
I went in on a Chelsea fan today because he had so much to say over the last few games, and I'm just like, bro, tell Mendy to learn how to pick up a ball first before you come for me, please.
Yeah, boy. The man pony Harry Potter keeping
Mendy selling Pablo Escobar in the 70s, yes?
Bro.
Bricks.
Bro.
Mendy pony Harry Potter keeping that ball from him,
All I see Aronson go, Leviosa.
They say because of that, you knew Harry Potter is Harry Potter and Mendy pulling stones.
Oh God.
I said, well, what the hell, right?
Yeah, boy. Daddy, that match fixing. I ought to see you like match fixing, dog. There's no way. You don't even do that in FIFA.
I'm getting a headache.
I'm
getting a headache. First of all, laughing so hard, I get a headache.
It's been such a long time since we've had something to be happy about. And I just want to say that we intentionally not touching on the protest. No, I noticed that they didn't show anything about the protest or mention anything about the protest during the game. The protest did take place, right? But I mean, sometimes you just have to enjoy your victories, and I think we haven't beaten Liverpool in such a long time,
4 years,
especially in the league. Right, we got a win over them in the FA Cup.
Yes.
Yeah,
we haven't beaten Liverpool in the league in over 4 years. I think we just had to focus on the positives, in this game. So don't think that we ignoring the fact that there were protests. We acknowledging that there were, but Glazers, we don't want to focus on Glazers out to take away from our joy. Because if we start thinking about the Glazers, we all know what's gonna happen.
To
We ain't
me,
gonna be happy.
to
We
So
do
me,
still stand in solidarity with the rest of the fan
yeah,
base
like
because we are all here are Glazers out, I believe. So
Yeah.
like I said, if Glazers, even if we get top four, we're in FA Cup or Carabao Cup, Glazers out still then. You could enjoy the good football and still want the owners out.
exactly, yeah.
It's very
We
much that easy. It's not that hard.
we can allow the fact that yes, that we know our club is not in the greatest of states. We know that our owners are the most horrendous owners in probably in world football. But at the same time, when you have moments like this in a game like this and a result like this, we can
You have
allow
to
what's going
enjoy it.
on. Yeah, we kind of have to live in the moment
Yeah. You
in
have to
situations
enjoy
like
it.
this. We have
Yeah.
to understand that any time that you have a victory against your fiercest rivals, your arch rivals, I mean, bragging rights are involved. I mean, if it was a title decider, I would love it even more. But at the
and
same time,
Yeah.
this is a moment. This is a moment to savor.
And on
I'm
and I
top
just
of
mean,
looking forward to the next game
Hmm.
and I
to
think
yeah,
see
after
to see
this,
if we could build on this performance today. It wasn't one of the greatest, but it's something
Yeah,
to build on.
it's a positive result either way, and the optimism will be a lot higher than it was before.
and I
Exactly.
feel too, and I feel too also, if if as how things go, and if he gets the transfers he needs, if he gets more reinforcements, if he gets
If two
them
more
inside,
players
because
coming by the end of the week, be
yeah,
nice.
I
and I feel
and you
too,
know what? You know something in the back of my mind as you touched on that, CJ. I just hope that the Glazers don't see this result today and
And
think
pull
that
back.
okay, yeah, no, yeah, okay, you know what, y'all beat Liverpool. We struggled to beat Liverpool in 4 years.
I
Well,
don't
they beat
think
them
they could
today,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah, because
And
yeah,
the
nah,
reason I
that'll
say
just accelerate things even more.
the reason
So
why I say I don't think they could do that, Ten Hag though seems like the kind of guy you could call and say, hey, don't worry, you get extra 250 mil, do what you had to do. And then you get a victory and you call him back on the phone and say, hey, remember that 250 you I told you about?
Amnesia. I wanted
Yeah,
still.
Ten Hag don't seem like the kind of person that you could
yeah,
call back and take
Ten,
money from.
Ten Hag
It,
not
it
do.
don't,
Ten
it
Hag
don't work
probably
that
have
way.
those phone calls and those messages recorded somewhere and be like, yo,
Yeah.
you not getting out of this that easy.
Ten
I
Hag
want
probably
my
All.
money. I want my players. Get it done.
Yeah,
Ten Hag
Exactly.
gonna move like JG Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now.
I need it now.
Yeah.
so I'm
Eight
not
seven
worried.
stuff on cash now. Give my
I'm not
money,
worried
boy.
about that at all. Gentlemen, I want to ask you all. We know how important this victory is to us on as you know on a personal level, to the club, for the
Mhm.
fan base, for the players, for confidence. Do you think we've turned a corner? Or do you think that this game could be the catalyst for Manchester United to really start playing consistently good football? Because Ten Hag keeps preaching. He keeps preaching that if you just do what it is you're supposed to do, you put in the effort, you will get the results. If we do it consistently, we'll get the results. And I mean, when you get the results against Liverpool, that should motivate these guys to keep doing and keep playing Ten Hag way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct. I mean,
because
I kind of have to agree with you on the fact that it might be more of a catalyst than anything else. Because even though this victory, as big as it is for this team, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually going to push on. I mean, next thing you know, they may have another setback when they play Southampton. God forbid that
Yeah.
happens.
yeah,
But
Knock on wood for that one.
at the same time, you kind of have to understand the morale boost that a victory like this
yeah,
will give anybody. Because this Liverpool team in the media has been heralded as one of the greatest Liverpool teams ever in Premier League
and
history.
the most
It's like,
dangerous in Europe.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like to say all of that, to know this is a team that's only won one league title in 30 years, and to know they just bottled that Champions League final the other day, and this United side has been struggling for some
Yeah.
time now. I can't even get into the years of some time now. And to go and to know we welcomed all this team with all those accolades and beat them, that will do so much for this team's morale. That will do so much for these players' confidence. And I think it'll help them go into it knowing that, you know what? Play the game that Ten Hag wants to play And there's a lot of opposition that are going to be struggling to compete.
And on top, and also too, I think probably what Ten Hag has to put in these guys. I don't think Ten Hag is going to let these guys rest on their more laurels as well.
Nah.
No,
Because
you can't afford to.
let's watch it. Right? If you watch the game, when he cussed, we played good effing football. That's to show you how he was like, yes, I won this. But at the same time, when he was talking about certain things he didn't like even when he was during the game when they were 2 up, he was watching it very sternly and was watching men everything. Because he told himself, I like the game, but I wanted a clean sheet. He probably say, I like the game, but I want you all to actually take all the chances a bit more serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel, I'm not saying that this is the Manchester United is back. I'm not going to do a Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah,
but
let's not go that far, please.
Yeah, but what I'm going to say, he's not going to let these fellas rest on their laurels. He's probably going to talk to Maguire. He's probably going to talk to Shaw and say, here now, you see what had just happened. You see what happened today. If you want to come on this team, you have to run from it. Because he put men in, and he probably tell them.
Yeah, well, I mean, is one thing to talk about running fair, but you can't teach pace enough.
Nope.
Maguire, he himself mentioned before the game when he was asked about Maguire, he spoke about he wanted mobility, and you know clearly that was in the direction of Maguire. Maguire is not mobile. We know Maguire is turned like an old Bedford truck.
With bricks going up a hill at that.
Right? We know that is what has been going on. So I think it is going to be hard for Maguire to get back into this team simply because it is not even about the errors. It's about the fact that
mobility.
You can't teach that. You know, what is Maguire to do to get faster? I don't know anybody who could teach somebody to get faster.
Cocaine.
You could put some WD-40 on your knees and try some. I don't know.
The other person I want to touch on is Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Shaw and Maguire started on the bench. I wanted Ronaldo to start on the bench as well. He did. Do you all, let's be real. We all talk about when Maguire plays, he may get his, but it affects the team. We saw some team goals and some team football today, right? Good, important passing, and we looked better, right? Without Ronaldo on the pitch. How do you all see this going forward? How because I like to tell you.
Who wants to go first on this?
Who wants to go first? I
don't want to touch it until everybody talk. If I stay, I go get vexed. People get vexed.
All right. Okay, Mark.
Well, you know what?
He could either get with the program or look to leave him. But you know how much time to leave again.
I nitpicky. I probably nitpicky.
I just always say Manchester United will play in the last stages here. Manchester United will play better with when Cristiano Ronaldo not playing. Who don't like it? So be it.
Proofs in the result today.
Especially when it's Sancho, Rashford,
and
Martial. Especially when it's that front three. And chemistry is there.
And what killed me yesterday? What killed me when watching the goal? When they put it on Ronaldo's face. Ronaldo was just like, I was just like, dog.
Bitter.
I'm not saying nowhere, but like you see everybody going mad in the tunnel. Everybody like, yeah, boy, get to them fellas. Ronaldo, you wasn't acting like this when Portugal scored the winning goal at the Euros. You wasn't acting like that. It wasn't getting on like that. But all of a sudden, you compose and men score. You're supposed to be out here shouting with these men by celebrate with them.
For me, this makes two statements very clear. One, Ten Hag knows the system that he wants to run, and he knows that there are certain players in the squad that can fulfill that role.
Yep.
And two, it also shows that to the people that said that without Ronaldo we weren't going to score any goals.
What two?
I want to hear them now, because it shows us that this is a team that before Ronaldo came scored 73 goals in the previous season. We had a better defensive record. Now, tell me how basically just pumping the ball to Ronaldo and trying and hoping that he scores a goal helps us be more lethal.
The only
It
time I
makes
could
us
see
too one-dimensional. And if we
exactly.
want to be lethal on all fronts, we need to have a front three that can share the responsibility of goal scoring.
Yeah.
Not just give it to one man and let him go Super Saiyan and expect him to put away everything in his direction. It doesn't work that way. You're going to
Don't
be
you like
figured
any
out.
Fresh
You're going to be
Prince
shut
pass it
down.
to Will?
No. We can't we
Facts.
can't
Yeah.
do we can't do that out there. We can't do that out
Can't
there.
do
And
that.
Ten Hag has established that fact.
And also
So
too, even the game. What minute did Ronaldo come on? Because he got enough playing time.
I think it was like the 75th or something like that.
Yeah, the man runs. I was watching the man runs. Is like I understand what you're doing, Ronaldo, but dog, your runs real not telegraphing enough for men. People was like, oh, we dressing back, but again, the runs were not being made. Rashford and Co were making the runs. They kind of flowed into each other. With Ronaldo, there's no flow. There's no kind of passage.
It's way too direct.
Exactly. Because even when Fred got into the game, you saw Fred was flowing with the balls with men.
Exactly.
He was interchanging. Lissandro came up and was tackling and giving passes. There's a freedom of movement there without Ronaldo. For me,
Exactly.
I always say the only time Ronaldo works is when teams can't handle that directness. So, for example, if you have a Carabao Cup, if you have a FA Cup, if you have a time where you have to rotate, and Eric probably would say, I'm not going to play everybody all the time, but certain games require certain players. Ronaldo has to become that kind of player. He can't
Exactly.
all the time. You
He has
can't
to be a role player now.
He kind of has to know where he stands in the situation.
exactly
You're
because
going to be 38 just now. You're
And on
not you're
top-
not going to be the most
exactly.
reliable player on this team anymore.
exactly
Because yes, you have a reputation. Yes, you're Mr. Champions League. But at the end of the day, all these things fade away. You have to understand that sometimes it's better to ride off onto the sunset on a high and not try to feel like you have to prove anybody to anything to anyone
Exactly.
anymore.
You don't have to prove anything again.
Look, the classic example of that is Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali went down into his 40s, still trying to fight. His last fight he lost and lost badly. You know what the reporter asked him after the end of this fight? He said, "Are you sorry that you're going out of boxing a loser?" Ali didn't even know how to respond to that, and Ali was a man of many words.
Leave
Cristiano
while you're on
Ronaldo
top.
does not need to be a Muhammad Ali in this instance. Do not put yourself in a position where people are going to have an asterisk over your career now. Because you did it. You did it at Madrid. You did it at United in your early years. You supposedly were one of the better players at Juventus. You come back for your second run at United and it's not saying anything. Don't do that to yourself. Know where you are in the grand scheme of things and understand your role from here on in.
Yeah, because these little young disrespectful defenders on them and players on the whole going to tell you all.
they don't care. They
Them don't care. They will tell you all.
And on top of that too, I feel like if you watch Ronaldo in real games, certain games you can play Ronaldo. For example, if you have a team that cannot handle direct football or they can't handle men in the air, Ronaldo. Look the game where we played against Spurs and we beat them. It was 3-1 or something. It was 3-1. Yeah, it was 3-1. Nuno last game. It worked because Spurs at the time couldn't handle that direct two problem. That to mark. Their defense couldn't handle that fluidity of two fellas dangerous poachers. It works. Dog, you cannot play Liverpool with direct football. Liverpool will eat your food. They will take it.
Yeah, and when we were talking about you already remember what I was saying on the weekend that I didn't want us to start Ronaldo because I think it would have been too easy. It would have been too one-dimensional.
Predictable.
Van Dijk would have had a very easy time, locking down Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder when we play with a dynamic front three that is always moving.
Yeah, because in the first half, Van Dijk didn't look himself at all.
No,
he wasn't sure-footed at all.
Yeah.
Guys, what who stood out as your man of the match? Who was your man of the match?
Martinez.
I'm kind of torn between Martinez and Malacia. For me, they were both
Them is the
menaces
two.
today. Yeah, they were both menaces today. But I have to give it to Martinez because I think he had bigger fish to fry in that regard, because a lot of people were questioning his capability, if he could handle the Premier League, if his height would be an
Yeah.
issue, and
Because
He had the most to prove. I think he
yeah.
had the
exactly.
So I think for me, Martinez just edges it.
Yeah. Because with Malacia, I feel like with Malacia, no one was really doubting Malacia quality, you know, if you think about it. Malacia wasn't getting the game time to really be judged. Because even when he came on the first game, he was showing more fight and sure, but he just didn't get enough time to show it throughout a whole game. He gets 90 minutes. This was his first whole 90 minutes in the Premier League, and out the gate, gone. For me, you give it to Martinez because for so much he's had to deal with about his height, for Carragher, of all people, to be talking about his height, and for him to now do the business against Carragher from a side.
Jimmy Carragher's how tall again? Jimmy Carragher's what, 6'4", 6'3", somewhere around there. And let's face it, I've seen Carlos Tevez make mincemeat out of this man. Jimmy Carragher should not be talking about height.
Jimmy Carragher nickname back in the day was corned beef legs. Man, I was getting sent. What are you talking about?
What?
On his two knees, you could see the rainbow corned beef logo if you just zoom in. Boy, I corned beef legs.
Yeah. Well, Martinez deserve it. He deserves my man of the match. Because I fed up the memes with Manchester United players and a little baby and with a Martinez shirt on.
Oh yes,
Come on.
Remember the graphic with the lineup, and then he's under the graphic, all kind of stuff like that. It's like, come on, man.
Come on, don't do the man that.
Too far.
This evening, the short man eat men food.
Exactly.
And I mean, I saw an aggressiveness from the low, and I know that came from watching Martinez, and because that Ten Hag would have been giving them fellas through the week, because I've never seen the low as aggressive as he was today. You know what I mean? He made sure that Diaz knew that he was, you know, he had competition on that side.
Yeah,
I had to watch that and I'm like, Diogo, like, is that you? What did you take?
Yeah, I see. After I tackle Moran getting the low high five, I said, but they'll kill these men in the back there today, right?
Yeah, because men was given a position A.
Yeah.
Don't let these men breathe, boy. Hey, don't let these men breathe, boy.
Like Ten Hag put dragon blood in these men and them water, right?
I feel
what the hell going on here?
Let's hope. Long may it continue. Long may it continue.
Facts.
Yeah.
We expected some changes. Let me say we wanted some changes. We got changes in this game. I just want to look forward. The next game we play is on Saturday, the early game in the morning against Southampton. What is the change, if any, you will expect to see in the starting lineup for that game?
I don't think McTominay plays for that game.
Yeah. Nah, that game.
Casemiro in?
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
Just maybe.
One
just
time.
Maybe. Just maybe. Probably
One
off the
time.
bench.
Anything else? Because for me, the change is not even so much Casemiro in. Casemiro could come on the bench because
Casemiro and
it's Southampton.
I want to see Martial to start. Yeah.
You go put Martial.
Yeah, Martial has actually a decent record against Southampton too.
Yeah,
So.
Martial. I've seen Martial and Casemiro coming in.
All right. Cool. People, it's always a pleasure being here, sharing these moments with you all. Thank you for being part of the breakdown. Remember to like, subscribe, and share.
Before you lock off the Dresden chat. Sorry to interrupt your outro there, but I just want to give a shout out to my friend Alex De Leon, who's in Spain right now. She was watching the game in Mallorca with some of her friends. She's walking on air, and she wanted to give you guys a shout out for a great show. So,
Lessons, man.
Big up.
Yeah, big up your whole self, Alex. Big up your whole self.
I just want to shout out Brian Bean for changing his song. But then again, I can call no name.
That what we like to see.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Oh my
Rude.
goodness.
Rude,
I mean,
big up to
it's a
you as
politics.
well. Watching all the way from Rome. Nice to have you on the inside.
I just want to big up Brian Bain for changing his tongue.
Mark, stop it. Stop
I mean,
it.
M. Brian is a aspiring politician. That's second nature to my guy.
Hey,
Second
chat, end the
nature
stream.
to my
End the
guy.
stream now. End the stream now.
Emotional damage.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Now man take out one tongue and put in our next one.
Let me take my Sunday evening tongue. I'm bringing my Sunday afternoon tongue.
Oh my God.
Ten Hag got his first scalp, and what a scalp it was.
He copped
But
club.
Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply.
Yeah, man.
And Glaze.